All right. Do we go with the N-word controversy once again, or do we do Tyra?
I got to hear some Tyra.
All right, we'll do Tyra. Let's do Tyra. We can't get enough of Tyra Banks. Can't get enough of her. What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I just threw out a horrible racist joke to a fan over there about the segment we picked.
During the commercial?
No, the choice that we had.
You went with?
Tyra.
Oh.
And I mouthed out something.
Oh.
It's the N-word controversy or Tyra. And I mouthed something out to Than.
Then was it good?
Of course it was.
I actually missed it.
Oh, okay.
All right, forget it then. All right, well, Tyra.
It's in my head. I'll chuckle.
Tyra has no clue what she's getting herself into. No clue. She went on a stupid vacation, and she was doing a photo shoot for swimsuits.
Yep.
She had no business being in a swimsuit to do a photo shoot.
She was in a big, nasty one-piece bathing suit, like a granny bathing suit. And her ass is huge in it, and her belly is huge. And I understand there are some good and bad ways to take pictures of people, but you can't just deny the fact that she had gained a lot of weight, and that was it.
And the paparazzi took the shot, and it made the covers of a ton of magazines and all the gossip sites online, and they're all just talking about, wow, look how fat Tyra got.
Yep.
And instead of kind of taking it and just like, this stuff doesn't bother me, she's just going after everybody now because of it. And now, you know what the paparazzi are going to do? They're just going to follow around all day long now, taking pictures of her of eating anything.
Here she is shoving food in her mouth. That little piece of celery goes right to her thighs.
Because now she's really made it a thing.
Yep.
She made it way bigger than it really was.
Her ass?
Well, her ass, yeah. And she was on her show yesterday in a smaller version of the swimsuit, but no one's going to call her out on it. She said, "Look, I'm wearing the same swimsuit. I haven't lost weight since that picture.
She was trying to say she didn't lose weight. I thought she was saying she had lost weight, and she was coming out to talk about how you can be fat and then lose some weight, and it's okay. But she actually is trying to say she's the same weight she was in that picture. Mm-hmm. It was just they caught her, posing weird. Posing weird? Get out of here.
She can't take the fact that people are pointing and kind of laughing a little. Yeah. She can't take it. Her ego can't take it. She's spent her whole life being told she's beautiful. Yeah. We've said this before. But it's obvious she lost weight, got into the same swimsuit, and it's like, look, it had to be an angle or something.
Yeah, I think if she handled it differently, she'd have come off a little better.
Well, the audio is just terrific. And the final clip is just amazing.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh it made me laugh so hard yesterday.
She is something.
Here's Tyra from her show yesterday.
I want all of you to take a look at this recent photo of me. Does it look familiar?
So self-important.
Well, it should, considering that this photo was splashed all over the world. The headlines claimed that I've gained 40 pounds since I stood on this very stage in my underwear for our panty party show that we did back in November. Panty party! You guys, you cannot believe everything you read in the papers and on the internet. And I felt like this picture is so outrageous that I wanted to do something equally as outrageous by standing here, extremely vulnerable, in the same swimsuit next to this photo. And I feel it is so sad that I have to go to this extreme, but I'm doing it to prove a point.
And what's the point?
As of today's taping, this photo was taken 3 weeks ago. And just so you know, the day of my panty party, I weighed 150 pounds. But the holidays rolled around, and today I weigh 160 pounds. So that is 10 pounds that I have gained, not 40.
What a self-important ass. Jeez.
Yeah, who really cares?
She made it a huge deal.
Have you ever watched the show?
Oh, yeah. I can't sit
get
through
enough
a whole episode.
I know it's a girly show, but I can't get enough of it.
She's so void of something. It's like...
Yeah.
Like when she's interviewing people, you can see she has no wisdom to give anybody.
Nothing.
It's like she'll ask the question, like somebody will go, yeah, I had 8 boyfriends who all left me and I don't know why. Why do you think? And it's like, well, I don't know why.
Right.
But why? Well,
right.
Like she's empty.
Oh, the women are eating her up, man.
She is a blithering idiot.
She has, at least Oprah has some wisdom.
Yeah.
You can see it on her face, the way she is.
Well, Oprah's been she's been through life experience. Oprah took some crap in her day when she was younger, and she was, fat, ugly little kid. And meanwhile, Tyra was just beautiful her whole life.
Always beautiful, protected.
I wouldn't say that.
From the outside world.
When she was a model, but that giant head, models would never...
It is a huge forehead.
Yeah, I mean, she was teased when she was a kid.
The rest of the package makes up for that giant head, though.
But right, I mean, right now she's a soldier. You know what I mean? But I mean, then she had trouble. But you see, if you watch her face, it's just no. Like, her anger's phony, her happiness is phony.
Yeah, you can see.
Have a real attachment to it.
You can even hear in this, she's like, I am angry. And it's like,
you
what?
Can hear it.
She's trying to make her voice sound angry with no real emotion in there.
Let's play another clip here.
You guys, I eat on this show. I eat all the time. I talk about how much I love to eat, and I gain weight. I lose weight constantly, just like everybody else.
She's a real person.
But I did not gain 40 pounds in 2 months because that's not healthy.
All right, keep
and
telling
I've always told
that.
you guys I would be completely honest with you, and that's why I'm standing here today. And I feel crazy. I've stood on this stage before in lingerie, but it was woo panty party, not woo Tyra standing next to a picture of her from the tabloids.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
I was looking at the TV yesterday going, are you serious?
What is she? What? Weren't you going to have a point?
What is
Didn't you say the point is, and then you have no point?
Well, she thinks the picture's hot and sexy, but it's not her. Whatever that means.
And you guys, I'm not saying this is horrible. Like, I look at this picture and I think it's curvy. I think it's beautiful. I think it is hot. I think it is sexy.
By the way,
she's
completely lying to herself in the audience.
Oh, jeez.
She looks at that picture and goes, ugh. They caught me looking like that.
Well, she's making this big deal of it.
Like she's gotta act like she's the regular woman now.
Yep.
I looked at it and I'm like, woo, I can get Tyra now, that fat pig. I should get a hold of her while her self-esteem is completely low.
She's accessible now.
Right. She doesn't think all those things. She has to say that because she's going after the regular woman.
As I give her a butter sandwich.
It's beautiful. I think it is hot. I think it is sexy.
No, it's not. Sorry.
I do. Do you?
It's just not me, not right now, but the way that I'm eating, one day I will be like this, and that is okay.
But it is you.
Oh, look at the front, the picture. The front.
Look at all the celluloid. The cellulite.
Celluloid.
That's delicious.
She's a celluloid hero. Look at the cellulite.
Gut.
And look at this huge bruise.
Even the front even the package has a little meat coming out.
Oh, she is just
delicious. Oh, she's just baggy.
And she was on her show, and it was not that. She had lost weight. She was working those thighs.
Oh, absolutely.
She's a model. She knows how to lose weight.
She stopped eating to make her point, going, look, see? Do I look like that picture? Well, no, you don't anymore because you hit the gym. She went and ate a salad.
She went to Macy's on that special floor where only models can go and bought like a giant finger that she shoves down her throat. Like
they sell that?
Like a prosthetic finger.
So you don't even have to use your own?
Yeah,
you can
we have them in large, medium, small. I'll take a large. Just lettuce sandwiches. She just gained unhealthy weight and then had an operation. She lost it, then had an operation to pull the skin back. I think she looks delicious as a fat broad, though. She's about 5'10". I think she's sexy, man.
That ass is too big.
Oh, man.
You like a little junk in the trunk.
All right.
Ass is too big.
So let's take a look at some of the other photos that were snapped that very same day, because I was actually doing a swimsuit photo.
By the way, she showed these other photos, and she looked just as awful in all of them, but she's trying to say, look, see? They obviously did something with this picture is what she was hinting at, because look at the rest of these pictures. I don't look that bad. And I'm sitting there on my couch going, no, you do look bad for what we know from you from the past.
She looks bad, but I swear to you, it didn't look like it was taken the same day as that other picture. The big fat picture.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is she just lying? Are they different pictures from a different shoot?
How does she look on the show?
Still chubby.
She looked okay.
Even though she lost a few pounds. Still chubby. She looked really hot when she did her
panty party.
Panty party!
Ridiculous. And then something happened.
She was in a robe. Out. She opened up the robe and she had like a lingerie on and looked great.
I heard that the CW, whatever, said we're going to cancel your, if you don't lose weight.
Lose some weight?
Yeah, I heard they were saying she was getting fat. This is what I heard.
She's messing with her weight all the time because she went on a crash diet to look hot for her panty party.
For her panty party.
And then the panty party show was over and she started gaining the weight back.
That's
what happened. And then they caught her on vacation looking like the real Tyra when she's not crash dieting to look hot on her show.
She was eating her panties.
That very same day, because I was actually doing a swimsuit photo shoot in Australia. And this is the raw film from that photo shoot, which means that none of these photos were retouched or altered in any way. No retouching, not at all. So this is me in the same swimsuit. And I actually like this picture. I think it's sexy. I feel like it's flattering, but I know that people in the industry would say, or even some people looking at a magazine would be like, oh my God, Tyra's thighs look a little big.
Yeah.
You know, so they might retouch that picture. All right, I want to look at some other pictures that were taken the same day, the exact same day.
She's doing evidence.
What is her? Who is she talking to?
Yeah, exactly. What's the point?
What is her? What is her? This passionate plea for what?
Yeah.
I'm raising my hand. She's trying to convince herself. She doesn't care about the audience or anyone else. That you are listening to her inner thoughts. She's trying to convince herself.
She's having a nervous breakdown
right there.
Yeah, that she doesn't look that bad. She ain't talking to anyone. She's talking to herself and the inner voice.
Same day, the exact same day, but in a different swimsuit. Look at my stomach. Get a close-up of that. Get a close-up of the stomach. It's hanging over a little, couple of dimples, you know. But look at the cellulite, y'all. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dimples in my booty. That's my body. That's my body unretouched. So there you go.
Ugh.
That is me.
Ugh.
What is she talking about? Why is she even... why is she doing this?
You know, it's so funny how different we are. As she's explaining that, I'm sitting there just bing bong, you know, and I'm holding it like, delicious dimples, cellulite, really? And y'all are like, ugh.
Opie goes,
because you know you can get her now. That's how you think. You're in your brain. You're like, this is where I need her to be.
It's delicious to the average brother.
This is where I need her to be.
That's delicious anyway. Just a big swelled up.
You said it before on our show. That. She's now vulnerable. And she's lost her self-confidence, and you have her where you need her to be.
I'm ready to swoop in like a low self-esteem vampire. Right. Blue, you're fat now.
You can smell it in the air. All right. Low self-esteem.
We're getting to the statement, which is just hilarious.
And she's still, who is she talking to?
And she got the whole audience crying. I'm like, why are you crying over the self-important ass?
Now let's go back to that first photo from the tabloids. This is the photo that inspired the headline. Tyra Banks gained some weight. And when I say some, I mean a lot. Or this headline. Former model
it's like
Tyra
a presentation
Banks.
at a murder trial.
Right.
She's got transcripts and pictures.
She's got flow charts.
A closing argument.
Yeah, she's doing a closing argument for some trial with no point.
And listen, she's reading these headlines and making believe it doesn't bother her. Oh, she is bothered.
This headline. Former model Tyra Banks reminds the world why she is now retired from the runway. But wait, y'all. No, there's more. There's this one I really love. Dude, did Tyra gain like 50 pounds below the neck? Or this one? Tyra pork chops. Yeah, and my personal favorite, America's Next Top Waddle.
That is a good one.
Pretty good.
That is a good one. Who wrote that?
And did I hear any men in that audience go, ugh?
There's not one man in the audience.
Okay, good.
Not one.
I thought I heard a deep...
Gotta keep him out. Gotta keep him out.
She was having a lesbian party.
They'd be laughing.
Lesbian party.
Betty party.
Well, here's the statement where she takes on everybody, all her critics.
But if I had lower self-esteem, I would probably be starving myself right now.
Or I'll be doing a whole show about it.
That's exactly what is happening to other women all over this country. So I have some...
We said this yesterday on XM. She was part of the problem. This problem that she's now bringing to everyone's attention, she was a huge part of the problem. We were talking about, could you imagine how many dumpsters were filled up with puke because of Tyra Banks looking all hot in these magazines where girls were like, oh, man, I need to look like that. She was part of the problem, but now that she made her money from doing all that and she's moving on to something else, now she's going to take on the modeling community. The modeling community made her a multimillionaire.
And I read these papers, they're cutting down, or they're starting to like make these girls not be so skinny now. So it's like they
were like it's completely anorexic.
Now it's like regular sized women, especially with I guess what's the one that got the fat girls on the posters? regular women. Is it Dove or something?
Dove. Yeah.
Regular women. And it's like, now it's like, fat girls or what they used to be fat girls, or now it's like size 10, 9. Now those are models now, and all this little baggy rib cage girls, they're done. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, it's changing up. I don't know why she's so upset.
Well, because she's not part of it.
Because she's not part of it. She made her money off
and
of that.
she's bigger than, and believe me, she's bigger than the models that are out there now on the, they might have gotten, or trying to do away with these girls with the shoulder blades poking through their dresses, but, she's far from that.
All right, here's the statement. It's amazing. The ending.
Not that it's even bad, but
that's exactly what is happening to other women all over this country. So I have something to say. So all of you that have something nasty to say about me or other women that are built like me, women that sometimes or all the time look like this, women whose names you know, women whose names you don't, women who've been picked on, women whose husbands put them down, women at work or girls in school. I have one thing to say to you. Kiss my fat ass.
You gotta be kidding me.
So then they give her a standing ovation, and then they pan the crowd, and there's women in the audience crying over there.
They're crying. They're mouthing, "You go, Tyra."
This is so my dream in this business. Before I get out of it, I want to destroy this women power fun nonsense.
Kiss my fat ass.
I'd have been in the audience in tears laughing. I'd have laughed so hard at that melodramatic You know what? If that was a movie, somebody would have said, cut. Listen, Tyra, we need you to just scale back a little bit. We actually want people to cry.
Yeah.
And you're being a little bit too over the top.
Take it down. But the women you know. The women you don't know.
Get out of here. There's nothing a guy could ever do on TV that dramatic.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about prostate cancer. If you have somebody poke you in your butt cheeks with his finger, then you can kiss her.
She is,
I have
over
man
the top.
boobs. My nipples get hard like Opie's.
What?
You got some delicious nips, sweetie. Opie's nips is just poking through. As we're talking about Tyra, it's just delicious. It's not even cold in the studio. So that's just natural little
pellets. What the hell's wrong with you? Now I gotta
sexy
cover up.
I gotta cover up.
Cover up.
I need a hot shower.
Sexy little nipple.
I gotta go take a rape shower.
Well, no one else has sexy little nips like you sticking through that hot sweater.
It's not a sweater.
That little hot cashmere sweater with the light blue.
Wow. This is
just hugging your body.
This is a piece of crap Gap pullover.
You've been working out. And let me tell you, men should be able to have hard nipples.
I feel violated.
Oh, my God.
I need to go on Tyra's show.
Yeah, make it about her.
Doesn't she stink, though?
It was so over the top, and you could tell she was upset.
Yeah.
Because she had to say that. So she started getting upset.
Yeah.
Before she said it, because she didn't even like having to say, "Kiss my fat ass."
It's like she was in an AA meeting and she had to finally admit to everybody that she's a fat pig.
I'm Tyra and I have a fat ass.
She used the audience for her own personal. Like they fell for that. No one said,
Patrice,
"Wait a minute, are you using me for your little?"
That's why we can't get enough
problem?
of her. We can play Tyra audio every day. We can't get enough of her and her self-importance. Can't get enough of it. But because we got to wrap up, because we got a couple things to do before we get out of here for the weekend.
Yeah.
What she did do here, they're gonna be vicious now.
Oh yeah.
It's not like the paparazzi and the gossip magazines and the internet sites are gonna go, oh well.
They're all just gonna be.
She showed us. Now, I mean, it's gonna get ugly.
Targeting her.
Looking
for her to eat.
She only has one choice: to get really thin. You watch how thin she gets in the next month or two.
Back to penny party size.
Because they are going to be following her, seeing what she's eating. They are going to be vicious in the coming weeks. They're not going to let go of this.
It's going to be pictures of her mouth and of her ass.
Yeah.
What's going in her mouth and what's being tacked onto her ass.
Absolutely.